Becoming a warrant officer in the Army National Guard is a move few soldiers choose to make. It is a bold undertaking that reaches beyond an ordinary career path. Officers in the National Guard are the decision makers. They hold positions of tremendous authority and responsibility for their country, their troops, and themselves. The advanced education and training you receive is designed to help you acquire and hone the skills necessary to be a technical expert in your career field and to be a leader in the National Guard. Fort Rucker, Alabama is home to the U.S. Army Flight School and U.S. Army Warrant Officer Candidate School. It is an active duty learning center that both Army Reserve and National Guard soldiers attend.
Warrant Officer Candidate School is a training environment that gives non-commissioned officers or junior enlisted soldiers the opportunity to train to become and get into the mentality of becoming a warrant officer.
When you decide to take the steps necessary to become a warrant officer in the National Guard, that path will lead you here.
We want someone who's motivated. Every commander wants a motivated warrant officer who's out there doing their best every single day, making the unit better.
A good warrant officer candidate is someone who is self-aware, someone who is aware of their strengths and weaknesses, someone who is confident, and someone who has the internal drive to improve themselves.
A good candidate for Warrant Officer Candidate School is actually a non-commissioned officer, someone who's a self-starter, has initiative, is a technical expert in their field. Those are the type of individuals that we're aspiring to get. Those who are already leaders because they're non-commissioned officers.
Once qualified for attendance at the Warrant Officer Candidate School, you are prepared to attend one of the most demanding and thorough training programs in the military. Although all warrant officer candidates have different reasons for attending, they are all seeking the challenge of becoming the best technical experts in their career field.
We don't expect you to know everything right off the bat. That's why you come here to focus on that leadership, because that's what the generals and our colonels and our battalion commanders are expecting out of us, to be leaders. We don't expect them to come here to act like a private, because this is not basic training. WOCS is a leadership development program.
Ultimately, they're trying to instill the sense of responsibility, stepping up to show us that you are responsible to not only yourself, but to all of your fellow classmates, to your soldiers. You are ultimately responsible for not only your actions, but the actions of everybody else that you work for and work with.
You have to be able to present yourself well, communicate with all types of people, make sure we know what we're talking about when we talk to our commander and give him information.
Because of the high demand that will be placed on these future officers, life at WOCS is designed to be strict and disciplined. In order to graduate, candidates will need to complete 3 phases of training: junior, intermediate, and senior. Each phase emphasizes different aspects of leadership and development.
You have to bring your A game, you need to run, you need to make sure you do your military exercises to pass the PT test, but also work on endurance. And you really have to be physically fit. You need to be mentally ready. It's college level courses now. It's very important to know that you're going to have to study. They teach you time management. They put you under a lot of stress, time crunch, move it, get it done, make sure you make good decisions no matter how stressed you are. It's a challenge. You need to be ready.
How many times do you have to be told that? Yes, sir. Try it again.
The junior phase of the 6-week course emphasizes candidates' ability to function in a mentally and physically demanding, fluid environment. Candidates who complete the junior phase in residence enter the intermediate phase. During this phase, emphasis is placed on required direct leadership level skills and actions.
You could be anywhere from in your safe zone.
Efforts to train candidates to build teams and solidify team cohesion are intensified. The class takes on a unique identity. Candidates are allowed to move closer to the self-discipline that will be required of them as officers. During the senior phase, they have progressively had to do more and more on their own. Now, emphasis is placed on developing candidates' officership and mentorship skills.
Be a leader, be an officer, hold the high standards. And that's what I'm saying now. You got to make those decisions now that you're going to be a professional officer. You're going to do those things where the enlisted look up to you. You're going to be the expert. Now's the time to make those decisions. I'm going to uphold the Army values. I'm going to be an officer.
Have been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States.
I'm going to be a professional. Be the expert. You're an officer today. All right, congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations. The Army knew what you want, officer.
Upon graduation from the Warrant Officer Candidate School, the soldiers are commissioned as warrant officers in the United States Army. Graduates, your career as a warrant officer in the National Guard begins now. For more information on Warrant Officer Candidate School, contact your local Warrant Officer Strength Manager.